The Congress veteran AK Antony's son Anil Antony has quit the party today, alleging intolerant calls to retract a tweet in which he defied the party's stand and denounced a BBC documentary on Prime Minister Modi as a dangerous precedent. Anil Antony, who was part of the Congress's social media cell in Kerala, shared his resignation letter on Twitter and cited abuses by ones supporting a trek to promote love in a caustic reference to Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. Anil Antony joins us now. Anil, thanks very much for being with us. Now, you say you were targeted. How specifically?
See, so I don't want to, so a lot of things have been brewing for a while. End of the day, I've been, let's say I started working for the Congress party formally, again 2019 election, 2021 different election I've been working. But whenever I've been doing certain things, there had been a very specific targeted cyber attacks that had been happening, especially in Kerala, and I knew very specifically that it had come from certain corners of the Congress party. I was very aware of that. But end of the day, I'm a very practical person, and end of the day, I'm not somebody who likes to take grudges forward, nor am I somebody who actually likes to, fret over meaningless things. So I just forgot all that and life was moving on. And end of the day, yesterday also, end of the day, I don't want to sit and cry about whatever that happened, but end of the day, it's a series of events, and the series of events actually led me to finally reach a realization that somebody like me will find it very difficult to actually work in this highly toxic, disruptive, destructive environment, and I think I have a thriving professional life and I should just get along with that and just forget it for a while.
Right, so very strong words. Now, your father, AK Antony, former defense minister, a confidant of Sonia Gandhi for a very, very long time. Does he agree with your decision?
So my father has retired from parliamentary politics and he has moved back to Kerala. He is 82 now. After 52 years, he retired from parliamentary politics and he has moved back to Kerala, and now he is living a semi-retired life. At the end of the day, I don't think he has any intention to interfere in any of the national or state matters of the Congress in any manner. And end of the day, what my father taught me, end of the day, we may disagree or agree with a lot of things, but at the same time, there are certain things, like end of the day, one thing which he and I has always agreed on is whatever your convictions are and whatever your conscience says, that is what you should do, and I am doing that, and I don't think that he will be faulting me for that.
So if you're talking about convictions, do you back censorship?
No, I haven't had a conversation with him. I am not sure that he will back my decision also, but this is what I believe is something which I should be doing based on the current scenario, and I am doing it based on my convictions and my conscience.
No, but on the larger issue of censorship, where do you stand?
See, end of the day, I am very happy and proud of the fact that we are the world's largest as well as one of the oldest democracies. And in a democracy, unless there is freedom of speech and freedom of expression, we will not be able to thrive nor will be able to move forward. So I am not somebody who is for any kind of ban or blockage against any kind of documentary, any film, any book, any show, etc., because I don't think that is how things should be. So this is not the point here. Like, I have nothing against any of these screenings that are happening anywhere in the country also. Like, end of the day, it's a free country. But end of the day, yesterday I made a certain tweet, and end of the day, the tweet is very self-explanatory. It is only 4 lines and it says exactly what it says. Because end of the day, like, this particular thing come from certain places. The people who are behind this particular documentary are also the same people who are actually responsible for the Iraq war, which is actually responsible for the killing of millions of people, displacing tens of millions of people. And when somebody like that does a project and comes here, obviously we should be concerned about. And end of the day, the second thing which I mentioned is, end of the day, we may all have different political views, but whatever your political views are, end of the day, the political views, the partisan politics shouldn't actually come above your core national interest, including sovereignty, and that is what I mentioned.
But is this genuinely an issue of sovereignty? I mean, you agree therefore with what the BJP says?
So this is not about that. So let me just explain. Yes, so here it is what it is. So end of the day, I am not for the screening or let's say displaying of anything. But end of the day, at the same time, when certain people think that, let's say, something like this actually have more sanctity over any of our institutions, then that is setting a precedence which will actually erode our sovereignty with time.
So do you feel that, and let's talk a little bit about the Congress, that you've hit out at them, that the top brass in a sense didn't listen to you? Is that what this is all about?
End of the day, it is not about Congress, BJP or me or the BJP. End of the day, I think this is something which I feel 99% of the country will agree with, and I think this is something which every Indian should actually agree with, and that is like end of the day, our partisan politics shouldn't actually come above national interest. And two, end of the day, when it comes to certain things, our core national interest, including our sovereignty, security, as well as our strategic interest, I don't think any kind of politics should come over it, and that is something which I strongly believe in. And two is the sanctity of our institutions, where end of the day, I am not saying that every institution in this country is perfect in any manner, nor am I telling that every institution in the country is that, let's say, great in any manner. Like end of the day, some could be 80% efficient, some could be 60% efficient, some could be 20% efficient, and end of the day, people like, let's say, even people like you and your media, etc., are fighting for that to ensure that our institutions actually remain neutral, independent, and uncompromised. But end of the day, whatever it is, whatever the degree of efficiency is, I strongly believe that end of the day, we shouldn't actually let foreign entities, foreign institutions, etc. actually come here and gain precedence over it, because that is actually going to set a precedence which will definitely erode the long-term sovereignty of our country.
But let's talk a little bit about your equation with the Congress. I mean, do you feel that it's these top leaders of the Congress that betrayed you?
No, I don't have any hard feelings, nor am I sad that I was left out or left in of anything. It's a general trend I noticed, and I feel that this kind of trend will only, let's say, it is a race to the bottom, and that is where things are heading. It's an observation that I made, and I just observed it.
But what about your remarks on Rahul Gandhi and on the Yatra? Some would suggest that they were fairly caustic.
No, not at all. Like end of the day, like I have absolute respect and appreciation for what he is doing. And end of the day, I think he is doing something which is very commendable when he is actually walking from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, and he is actually trying to unite the country over a message of love and a message of tolerance. And I feel sad for him, because these are the kind of supporters and people who are around him who are actually so intolerant and who are so filled with hate, and let's say everything that is against what Rahul Gandhi stands for.
But what about the senior Congress leader in Kerala, Shashi Tharoor? Have you spoken to him?
Sadly, I haven't had a chance to speak to him at all. But he is somebody I have the highest of regards for, and I do hope that whatever efforts he is trying to reform the organization in Kerala as well as in India, like I hope it succeeds, because I think unless we change, we will not survive.
Okay, unless we change, we will not survive. So what do you intend to do next?
At this moment, there are no steps. I would be like I am a very accomplished professional. Like I am a Stanford graduate. I have been in the Bay Area for a long time. I work in the field of technology, digital areas, cybersecurity areas for the last 12 years, and a lot of international as well as national platforms. And I'm very happy to take that forward. And I think that is my true passion and my interest. So I'll be working on that. And at this moment, I have no interest to actually let's say, pursue any political activities, nor be affiliated with any political party at this moment.
All right, so out of politics over there, Anil Antony, thanks very much for speaking to us, explaining why you felt that your time in the Congress party was over based on a lot of what you described. Well, we're out of time on Left, Right and Centre. We'll take a short break. A lot more coming up right here on NDTV.